Hello guys, and today we have here another very awesome deck profile. We have here the Crystal Beast deck profile. And again, I felt about making this deck because seeing how I believe these guys are coming out in the OCG import pack. I forget what it is. It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! World Champion or something like that. That comes out in April. I'm pretty certain these guys are in it. So over here in the TCG, we're finally going to get these cards. So that's going to be really nice. So we're just going to be able to play this deck. And I know a lot of people, the moment Crystal Beast Pendulums were announced, were like, what? Yeah, Crystal Beast support. And it's really nice when you see Konami give support to really older archetypes. But as far as pendulum summoning, for you guys who actually want to get into the new mechanic, it doesn't work that well, I feel, because this guy's a monster effect is so much better that in order to start pendulum summoning, you need to have 2 of him and 1 of him, because those are your scales, obviously. So that way you can set your scales and then pendulum summon the other one. Yet if I just had 1 of each, unless I had something better to normal summon, such as a Pegasus, then I'd more likely just normal summon the Vanguard and use its effect, because it has a really good monster effect. But I shall get to that eventually. For now, we're just going to be looking at all the monsters, all their effects, and so let's go right in. 3 Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon searches for our 5 Pendulum monsters. 3 Pegasus. If you guys do not know how how Crystal Beasts work, not Pendulum, but how Crystal Beasts work, when they are destroyed, they go to the spell and trap card zone as continuous spell cards, and Pegasus places 1 from your deck or graveyard into your spell and trap card zone as a continuous spell. We want 1 Amber Mana, 1 Topaz Tiger. They're just more, so that way we have more targets for Pegasus. And then we want 2 Defender. Defender pendulum effect is that Crystal Beast cards cannot be destroyed by card effects. And his monster effect is you contribute him from your hand or your side of the field to be a crane, pretty much. He doubles the attack of your Crystal Beast monster. And then we want 3 Cobalt Eagle, because you want to run 3 of him, because you want to be able to make things like Cephaline and Lightning Chidori, which you can see we run 3 of. And then we want 2 Summoner's Monks, and plenty of spell cards, as you can tell, so that way we can get to our Pegasus really easily. And then we have, and Pegasus will get his effect when he's special summoned. And we want 3 Vanguard. His pendulum effect is that Crystal Beast cards cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects. His monster effect is you contribute this card and get a search for your Crystal Beasts or your Crystal Spell and Trap cards, which is really great. And that is the reason why I don't want to keep them in my hand and save up for that pendulum summon. I'd rather wait. I'd just rather get off the search, and then maybe if I have Defender in my hand already, maybe I'll draw into something better. Like if I have Defender and I have Vanguard and I summon Vanguard, I'm hoping that I'll be able to draw into another Vanguard pretty much. Or not, God, I can't say what I wanted to say. Oh well. So we have 3 Ruby Carnbuckle. This guy's the main, really important card of the deck. And this card is Special Summon. You can Special Summon as many Crystal Beast monsters as possible from your spell and trap card zone. So you get out a whole bunch of these guys, and then you just summon him, and he will Special Summon all of them, and then you can go for really good XC plays. And then we have Crystal Promise. Target 1 Crystal Beast card in your spell and trap card zone. Special Summon it, so that works well with cards like Pegasus, Cobalt Eagle, so that way you can make a easy rank 4 or something like that, or you can just hit Carnbuckle and Special Summon all of them. 1 Rejeki, 1 Crystal Blessing. This will target up to 2 Crystal Beast monsters in your graveyard, and then you will be able to place them as spell and trap card zone, as continuous spells in your spell and trap card zone. 3 Veil Value. It's pretty much a part of greed. If there are 2 or more face-up Crystal Beast cards in your spell and trap card zone, the opponent chooses 1 of them, and then you get to draw 2 cards after sending that targeted one to the grave, or that one that they chose. 3 Upstart Gums, 2 Crystal Beacons. If you control 2 Crystal Beasts as spell cards in your spell and trap card zone, you can summon 1 from your deck. So pretty much it's just an easy way to get out Carnbuckle, and then you can get off a whole bunch of these guys' effects. Because Pegasus does get his effect when he's special summoned. So if you special summon him through Carnbuckle, he will place another one in the spell and trap card zone, so that's really great. 1 Pot of Riches, or Pot of Wealth. Choose 3 Pendulum monsters from your extra deck or graveyard and shuffle them in your deck, then draw 2, but you can't can't special summon except through a pendulum summon that turn. But it is still really nice. It lets you cycle through your vanguards, because if you go through 3 and you don't see a defender or you don't see anything, you can just place them all back there. Or if you can get some odd eyes in there, then you can place them back and get off multiple searches. So it's really great in that aspect. 2 Forbidden Lands. I'm running this because it doesn't have anything to stop back row, and so I felt like there should have been just a little bit of something. Well, besides these guys' pendulum effect, they kind of stop back row, like a Fire Lake and Twin Wind Blast. But I thought Forbidden Lands would be a little bit nicer. 1 Snatch Tail, because why not? And then 3 Crystal Horde. This card is really good. Once per turn, if a face-up Crystal Beast monster you control is destroyed by power by card effect, special summon 1 Crystal Beast monster from your deck. This works really well and is the main way I get out Humbuckle. Because what I'll do is I'll try to get a whole bunch of Pegasus, like all 3 or 2 of them, into my spell and trap card zone. Run the 3rd one in, or run something else, and it doesn't really matter, to a higher level monster. It will go to the spell and trap card zone. Then with Crystal Horde, I'll special summon Humbuckle, who will then re-summon out all the monsters, including the monster that was just destroyed. And then I can get Pegasus effect, so I can do some really nice things. And then I can main phase 2 make a Chidori or something. And then it has the additional effect that you can send. You can send this face-up card from your spell and trap card zone to the graveyard. Then target 1 Crystal Beast card you control, including the ones in your spell and trap card zone. So this can be used really well in some aspect. And 1 card on the field, return them to the hand. There was one time when my opponent Fire Laked me, and I was able to get rid of I used this card's effect to return a Humbuckle in the spell and trap card zone, and a Humbuckle that was face down on the field to my hand. And so his Fire Lake, while it got rid of everything, I still had my cards, so that was really nice. Except for Crystal Horde, which did end up leaving the field, of course. And that is the deck. It is a very powerful deck, very decent. I can't wait until it comes out for us in the TCG in April, hopefully. If they don't have it in that OCG import pack, then everybody's gonna be very unhappy. And so that is everything. And then as for the extra deck, we run 1 Deltaros, because you can easily have 3 monsters out. It's not that hard. 1 Dark Rebellion XD Dragon, just in case we need a 25 beater. 1 Ragnar Zero. 1 Black Shipborn. 1 101. And here's one that you might not know, Settling the Cold Blood Beast. 2 level 4 Winged Beasts, that would be Cobalt Eagle. You can detach 1 X-Ray Z material and negate the effects of all face-up cards on your opponent currently controls, and if you do, this card gains 300 attack and defense for each face-up card on the field, except this card. So it gains attack not only for the ones that negated, but all other cards. So if you have on your side of the field included, so if you have like Crystal Hordes or other monsters or cards in your spell and trap card zone, then it is really nice. And then he negates the effects of everything, and they last until your next standby phase. So if your opponent has another monster that you couldn't get over, he's still really good. 1 Castel, 3 Chidori. When this card it requires 2 level 4 monsters that are wind. So you have Pegasus and Cobalt Eagle again. When this is XZ summon, target 1 set card your opponent controls, return that to the bottom of the deck. So they will never see that card again. Once per turn, you can detach 1 XYZ material from this card to target 1 face-up card your opponent currently controls and put it on top of the deck. Really great, because you just can, if you can loop them, it can make it so your opponent can't draw pretty much, and then they can be in a really bad situation where they can't get out of for a couple of turns, and then you can just get off a whole bunch of damage real quick. 1 Exciton Knight, 1 Digestive Emerald for draw power, 1 Abyss Dweller, 1 Cowboy for game, 1 Fortune Tune for our rank 3 with Humbuckle. He cannot be destroyed by battle by card effects, cannot be targeted. Oh no, if he would be destroyed, you can detach 1 instead. During each of your standby phases, you gain 500 life points. And if this card leaves the field, target 2. It leaves the field. Is sent from the field to the graveyard specifically. Target 2 level 3 monsters in your graveyard, such as your Humbuckles. Shuffle them in the deck, and if you do, return this card from your graveyard to the extra deck. So it's just a great way to cycle your Humbuckles. If you can get out 2, then you can just overlay them. So that's really nice. And more than likely, if you have Humbuckle and you got off the effect and everything, then you have Crystal Horde. So even if they were to attack, it wouldn't do that much. Because like if you have Crystal Horde and your opponent attacks you, it's like, okay, I'm gonna get out a whole bunch more monsters and do a lot of decking. And that is the deck as a whole. Again, it's a kind of a rank 4 spam deck, because you're trying to make rank 4s, but it can be a little bit slow, because you're really trying to get Crystal Horde as soon as possible. And if you can't get it, then you can be in a very bad situation. I do not want the field spell. I do not want Ancient Ruins, because I felt that would take up too much room, and I wanted to try to get to Crystal Horde as quickly as possible. You could take out things like the Forbidden Lances, I guess, for it, or maybe some of the Upstarts, or even the Pot of Wealth, if you wanted to run Ancient Ruins. But that can sometimes just be a little bit too cloggy. You have to get 4 out, and the only time I really see myself with a lot is when I have Crystal Horde, in which case Ancient Ruins isn't really that decent. But that is a discussion for another day. Actually, you can actually tell me I'm an idiot if you want in the comments. I love it when people comment on my videos. But yes, hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. Don't forget to leave a comment on how bad this deck is, or what I could do to improve it. And leave a like, comment, and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.